Hey guys, so we're back in the Uplander, and it is reading at 11.2 volts. It's been jumping from like 10.7 to so. It won't start. It cranked, but it wouldn't start. So I'm gonna try the battery pack again just to see, because last time it was completely dead. When I tried the battery pack, and so it was completely dead, and it actually took a jump from the car, from the Monte Carlo, and I had to run the Monte Carlo for about a half hour to charge up the battery in the Uplander enough to crank over. Or turn over, well, I mean, it started. It was enough to turn over after a little while, but it wasn't enough to start. And then, so now this time I figured I'll try the Schumacher pack again, because it's not completely dead. It's at 11.2 volts. So the voltage is low, and then the amperage is probably pretty low. I don't have a tester to see what the cold cranking amps are, but I'm guessing it needs a new battery. Or the other option is that I have some sort of parasitic draw that is drawing power the whole night. But I don't know if that is actually the case, because the last time I jumped jumped the van, I ran it for a while to let it charge, and also drove it. And then yesterday I jumped it and let it run for, oh gosh, it was half hour, 45 minutes. I was taking decals off the side from my business logo and stuff. I was taking them off because I'm switching the name. So I was taking decals off, and it took me a little while, and I had the van running the whole time. Then I took it for a drive of about 20 to 25 miles, and it was reading good. The alternator was working. It was reading like 13.6, 14.2 volts. I took it to AutoZone. I started it. It was fine. It was a little on the low side for starting. Like, it took like you could hear it like turn over like 3 times before it started. But overall it was decent. And then now it's not even 24 hours later, and this thing won't start. So the last time I did it, it still started the next day, almost no problem. And then I tried it 2 days after that, and it wouldn't start. It was 2 or 3 days after that, and it wouldn't start. So this time I'm just gonna try it. Hopefully it's high enough that the Schumacher pack will work. And maybe I just want to do a test. If your battery is completely dead, it's not going to do anything. This is a V6. It says it'll handle a V8, but I doubt it. So I'm going to see, just with it being 11.2 volts and it was running yesterday, see if it's okay. Like, if this jumper pack is okay to just jump it. If it's, it almost starts, but not quite. I'll see if it'll work that way. But as for carrying it around, if your battery goes dead, it's not going to work. So like the cold cranking amps on it's like 800 or something like that, or something along those lines, and it doesn't seem like it has that to jump your car. So, but as a, if you have a little bit of draw or some parasitic draw, I don't know, I have to test it. I don't know if I have parasitic draw or not, but there's really nothing in this van. I know they have electrical systems and stuff, but there's really nothing in this van that would draw it. Especially since I parked it last fall. I drove it like once. I took it to the shop, and what did they fix on it? I think it was a wheel bearing or something. No, it wasn't a wheel bearing. I don't remember. They fixed something on it. And, it was the transmission. Yeah, the whole video. Jeez. It was when they fixed the transmission shifter table, and the tire was part of that, but because the valve stem was leaking, I guess. So I'm going to try to jump this in a second here. I'm going to hook everything up, and I'll come right back. Alright, so here we go. I got it plugged in, and I got to find... put the keys in a different pocket than normal. So we'll see. I'm going to see what this says first. That is reading 11.8 already, so it's already either charging or... So we'll see what this does. No. That didn't work, so see what happens. Alright, so that didn't work. Just a background on this thing. It says V8 engines, to 25 jump starts per charge. It doesn't jump start anything. I've had this for about a year. I have only used it for jump starting like 3 times, or tried to. One of them was the last video, and this is the 3rd time. And I tried it like 1 other time, and it didn't work that time either. So it's supposed to have, I mean, everything else on this works great. It's just, as a jumper pack, it sucks. So it is the SL1315. So if Schumacher ever sees this video, your freaking jumper packs are junk. 800 peak amps. No. This thing probably takes like 650, 700 and it won't start. The pack was 100%. And yeah, so I'm gonna open this up real quick. I just opened it and shut it again. Come on. Trying to do one-handed. There we go. But it does 2 devices. I didn't know it did 2 devices at once, but still. It does charge up. It's not gonna do it does not charge a battery 7 times on a phone. I can guarantee that. It's like twice. Tablet, it's like, I mean, if the phone is off, if the phone is on, it'll charge it maybe 3 times. I have a Galaxy S9. Tablet, maybe once. So that's probably accurate with the 200%. Because it'll give you another 100%. This one will give you another, it's, you know, 6 charges, but it won't. It'll be like 3. But, yeah, it's, hasn't worked yet for its primary function. And like I said, it says it'll work on V8 engines right up there. And it actually says it's built for charging, but it's a jump starter and power pack. So, I mean, it could be charging the battery. I mean, it is kind of. It's 11.8, but it's just not. It doesn't have the cranking amps behind it. So, I mean, 11.8 volts is close enough. I mean, it is low, but it should still start because all of your systems and everything are 12 volts on the low end, and that's 11.8. It should be okay. So what it looks like is I need a new battery, which sucks because I bought this thing a year ago, and the battery is marked for December of 2019. It's an interstate battery. So it should, and it has an 18-month warranty on it, so I don't know if that counts to me. I've never bought a battery before that wasn't, you know, that was under warranty that I bought secondhand, so I don't know if they'll just warranty it, or since I'm not the original owner, if they won't, I don't know. But, yeah, so there we go. Peak amps, 400 to 500 for a 4. Oh, sorry, this is the, yeah, it says, this is the model number it is, SL1315. It says it is equivalent to one of these, 750 to 1000 peak amps for an 8-cylinder engine, which is, it does not do. So, Schumacher, you guys need to make a better product. I know this is already like a year or 2 old, so your other stuff might be okay, but I don't know. I can't see, unless this thing charges up. It takes like a while to charge up, but with the other video, it was sitting forever and it wasn't charging. Like the battery pack wasn't losing any percentage, which shows it on that blue box or blue rectangle. It wasn't losing any percentage of battery power. And also for this thing, I literally got in here and I tried to start it and it cranked slowly, but it still tried to crank and then it just didn't work. And then immediately after, within 10 minutes, I put this on here. So it had almost enough to start the van, but not quite. And adding this with 800 peak amps wasn't able to carry over that little bit of amount that it needed. So that's kind of crappy. Follow the directions. It's supposed to be, you plug these in, or like you put these on the terminals, plug that end into the end of this, which has a high voltage end, which goes on the other end over here, but doesn't show, I don't think. But yeah, there's no picture of it. But and then you're supposed to, there's a little switch, there's a little red, you can barely see it up there, there's a little red dot, you hold it for like 3 seconds, and there's a light on there on the end that turns green. It's on the end or it's on the side, but it turns green. And once it turns green, you're supposed to go into it and just try to start the car. That's when it's doing its peak. It's doing its high power jump starting, but it doesn't work. This is a 3.9 V6, so it's a bigger V6, not huge, but if it says it works on 8 cylinders, it must be like a 2-liter 8-cylinder or something, because it's not working on anything bigger than like maybe a 3-liter V6. I mean, I don't even know. This is the smallest engine I've tried it on, and it hasn't worked. So I'm gonna let it charge for a little bit and see what happens. If it's still 11.9 volts, but I might have to jump it with another car, because the Monte Carlo right now is at the shop. So I'm gonna have to jump this with another car and get a new battery. So, but I'll keep this thing around for charging cell phones and crap, because that's all it's good for. So, jump starter and power pack? No, it's power pack. That's all it does. So, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And like I said, here is SL1315 is the model number on this, and that's what it says. S31315, or sorry, SL1315 is equivalent to this. It should do 8 cylinders. So, yeah, they need to figure something out, because that doesn't work. So, anyways, thanks for watching my video, and like and subscribe if you would like. I'd really appreciate it.